Angela Pinky Swear Peters.
And I'm Latchkey Laurie Schultz. We were born in the 70s.
We're children of the 80s.
And had our coming of age in the 90s. You know, the good old days when kids could be kids.
When music had real instruments.
And when no one ever seemed to worry about carbs.
If you want a flashback to simpler times, buckle up.
Wait, seatbelts? Where we're going, we don't need seatbelts.
Well then, just grab your Jolt Cola, smell that teen spirit, and hop on our big old banana seat bike to take a spin down memory lane with us.
For we are the best generation that ever was.
You're listening to Generation X-Rated.
The Survivor Stories. Hey, Angela Pinky Swear Peters.
Hello, Latchkey Laurie.
Do you remember your birthday parties growing up?
The trauma of the birthday parties
Yes.
or the fond memories?
Little from column A, little from column B.
Of course, they were everything.
Yes?
Birthdays in our youth were everything.
Yeah. Did you, always invite your whole class, or did you have just a select group of friends that you would have?
I feel like it was a lot of cousins and then, my best two friends, maybe.
Okay. You have a lot of cousins?
I do, yeah. Around the same age, too.
Okay.
So there was a lot more cousin birthdays than friend birthdays, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did your cousins live, within proximity to you, or did they
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like my birthday parties were just an excuse for all my uncles and aunts to get together with my cousins and just drink in the other room and come find us later. Happy birthday.
They did back then. Yes. My cousins they lived too far away.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah. We were the only ones who lived in London. So, it was more friends.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I had friends at my parties.
Were they real?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember inviting the whole school, though, or class.
Yeah, that's a thing now that kids do, is invite everybody in the class.
You know why?
Because no one can be left out.
Right.
Yeah.
Millennial parents probably doing this.
Oh, interesting.
Everyone gets a present. Bring a present, get a present.
Yes. I don't get that.
Oh, it's awful.
I hated, though, having to open up my presents in
Why?
front of everybody. I just didn't like that. I still don't like that. I'd rather not open up my presents in front of everybody.
Were you afraid you wouldn't like it?
Well, that's my fear now. But I don't know about back then. It was just now, believe it or not, it was like that whole limelight thing. I just didn't want that to be the reason that I was the center of attention.
Right. So you didn't like being the center of attention? 'Cause
Not
I find
for that reason.
That's not true.
Yeah. Well, I like to be in control of when that happens,
Oh,
right?
it was the lack of control.
It was, who knows what's going to be in there. And I just thought it was a little embarrassing to be sitting there opening up presents that were for me
Wow.
in front of everybody else who didn't have one.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's deep.
It was.
We should unpack that one day.
Yeah, I should unpack that sometime, yeah. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yes.
In this 5-foot nothing body. Well, my doctor doesn't want me to get any taller, so that's what he told me. I think that was the message.
I think that's what he said. So what about you for your birthday parties? Did you have... I was trying to think about themes we had. I feel like there were no themes back then.
No, we didn't do themes. We did boiled hot dogs and chips.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, boiled hot dogs. And then...
Yeah, what was a birthday party food menu? What was it back then?
It was for me. It was boiled hot dogs. And potato chips, maybe some popcorn.
Wow.
But there was no... we didn't go to expense the way people...
No.
And, I see people having, a first baby's birthday party, and they're renting halls and having catering. I'm like, what? This kid doesn't even know they're alive.
I don't even know if I had a name by my first birthday. Right? I was wondering that, too. The whole, when did they even start giving us birthday parties? Was it at 5 when we had the pressure of other kids were having parties and our parents were like, maybe we should start?
I think I had birthday parties before 5, but they were just, mom, dad, brother, me, maybe aunt and uncle who came to town for the birthday, or maybe the next door neighbor girls.
Right.
But there was no real invitations going out for that kind of thing.
Did you ever have a money cake?
No.
You didn't
maybe I did.
Or did you ever go to a party in the 80s with a money cake? Were you near choked to death on tinfoil wrapped quarters?
No, I think I remember that.
Oh, that's what I'm going to make for your next birthday.
Oh, are you?
A money cake.
Could you put some hundreds in there, please?
It's
Can we
probably...
do a GoFundMe and just stick the receipt of what we've earned in the cake?
Yeah, you would either chip a tooth because you'd be biting into, like, some of my aunts would wrap them in tinfoil like a good person. And some moms would just put the money in the cake, which is just gross and filthy.
This sounds very irresponsible.
Yeah, well, it was the 80s.
It was the 80s.
Nothing harmed us.
No.
Except probably someone almost choked.
Yeah. But you know what? You swallowed a penny. It was coming out in a couple days anyway. So
that was so exciting when you did that.
That's right. It's like, ooh, it's like the tooth fairy's coming.
I know. My dad, as inappropriate as he was, he would always tell this joke that if you swallow a quarter, you'll poop out 2 dimes and a nickel. Like, somehow made us believe we would make change. That was probably a party joke or a party trick
that
we did in the 80s.
There'd be tax on it today, so it would only be the 2 dimes.
Exactly.
You have a stomach full of... Anyway. That's disgusting. But how about a boiled hot dog? I don't think I've had a boiled hot dog since then.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah. My mom did your mom ever cut them into octopus? Like, cut the legs on the hot dog, boil them, and they look like little octopi?
No, that was more of a campfire thing for us. We did have the octopus hot dogs, but
not
it was
at your
more
birthday.
Not a birthday thing. No.
Right. And
I was a February baby, so the weather really determined my birthday as well, like as to who could come, and if there was a massive snowstorm, nobody was coming.
Oh, that's awful.
It was sad.
Were your birthdays always at home, or did you ever go to, like, Ponderosa?
Oh, no.
Or something?
No. We had home birthdays.
Right.
Yeah, home birthdays. Now, my brother once had a McDonald's birthday party.
I mean, didn't everyone at least have one?
I had none.
I had none as well,
Yeah.
but I was invited to a lot.
But I was the firstborn, so I got shafted a lot.
You did?
Yeah.
So did I. McDonald's birthdays were epic. Do you remember the letter M on the cakes? Do you remember that?
Yes. It was like a candied...
sugar.
Yeah.
So much sugar.
Yeah. It was the golden arches.
Yes.
And the cake itself was like a cheap cake, but it was good.
Right? I'm just envisioning the ashtray that was next to it and my aunts and uncles smoking right beside the McDonald's cake.
Yeah.
But you got like crowns and stuff, or I think
like
we got
paper
McDonald's
hat
stuff.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got the crowns at Burger King.
Oh, shoot. Was that even around then?
Burger King was around.
I didn't have a party there.
I didn't have one there either. No, I only had home parties. But the McDonald's, that's when they still had the styrofoam containers.
Oh, when things would stay warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When things, not this wrapper crap. By the time you get it home, it's ice cold.
And it was soft styrofoam. Remember? It was just like
squishy kind of.
Probably could do crafts with it.
Do you remember the McDLT?
Yes.
It came in like a long box
Yes.
because the lettuce, tomato, and bun part was on one side and then the hot hamburger was on the other side.
Wasn't that like sort of marketed as like a healthy burger because it had like genuine good toppings? Like
real?
Like lettuce?
Like lettuce.
And tomato?
And maybe. I don't know.
But
it was like the cold stuff stays cold and the burger stays hot.
Well, it was styrofoam, which made sense.
Right.
Like,
and they were separated. They weren't all slapped together.
You could even get breakfast. Remember getting pancakes in the styrofoam containers?
Yeah.
They were so good. Hot cakes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We veered from parties.
We did.
We did.
Did you ever stack the Big Mac containers?
No. What do you mean?
Party? Like it was a game. Whoever could make the highest tower of Big Mac containers won the prize at the McDonald's party.
That was ran by McDonald's, or was that just like, I have not...
Yeah, they always had some poor sucker employee who had to come out and deal with all the little third grade knuckleheads who...
Do you remember any of your presents from your 80s birthday parties, even though you didn't want to remember them?
I got a Mad Ball.
What's that?
Oh, we'll have to... Mad Ball. It was like
remembering.
A grotesque looking face. On like this really hard, like, rubber ball. Yeah, and there was a whole bunch you could collect. Yes. And I was so excited. I think it was either purple or green, or it had both colors in it. But it was, I really liked.
I remember
even
those.
back then, Mad Ball was kind of, it was one of those things that I was into morbid things back then. I'm into morbid things now. Yeah. But it kind of started, obviously, in my youth. Because we had, my brother had a boglin. Do you remember boglins?
No. What's that?
Boglins were like, it was like a hand puppet, but it was made of rubber.
Oh.
And they were really they had creepy faces, and you could collect different ones. Some kids were collecting pound puppies and Care Bears, and I was collecting Boglins and Mad Balls.
You must have come from a big city, because I've never seen one of those.
We'll find some pictures and post them, because they were so cool. Oh, they were so cool. And I can still smell
the chemicals,
the rubber.
Right?
Yeah.
Could you adopt them like the Cabbage Patch Kid, though? Because that's all I cared about, was becoming a young parent. I just wanted to be a not even a preteen mom.
A preteen
I was
mom.
like,
yeah.
Because if it didn't come with an adoption certificate, I didn't want it.
Of course not. You had to legitimize it.
I had to be real.
That just made me think of my grandpa used to bring me stuff all the time, like toys, and he always brought me like the porcelain dolls that would stand on my dresser, and they were scary as hell.
Oh yeah,
these things. But one time he brought me a Cabbage Patch Kid, but it was a fake Cabbage Patch Kid that he got at some flea market somewhere. And it was so fake, it didn't even really pass for it. It had the same kind of look to the face.
Oh no!
But it had like a soft pink, like a candy floss, cotton candy pink hair.
Oh no!
That was made of just yarn. And
was it a trolley?
No, it was supposed to be a fake cabbage. It was like if we ordered a Cabbage Patch Kid from Wish today, right?
Oh no!
And it was so fake. It had a seam right down the front of its face. Oh, it was just...
I wish you had it.
I wish I had it, too. I wish that I could find a picture of it somewhere.
I think it's worth a lot.
It's probably irreplaceable now.
Honestly, I think it's much more valuable.
Priceless. Could be.
Because it was the only one.
It was like Frankenpatch.
Frankenpatch.
But you know what? I was such an empath as a kid.
Of course.
That I felt so bad. All my toys had to sleep with me. Like all the dolls, all the Boglins, all that stuff, because... it was just, everybody had to get tucked into my bed. And even though this doll was just ridiculous, she had to sleep in my bed too, because it wasn't her fault that she looked like that.
Did it come with a name, or did you name it?
No, I think I don't know. I don't even think I gave it a name.
It didn't.
I wasn't that kind.
Oh.
I was kind enough that I didn't want it to suffer.
To a point.
I didn't want it to suffer on the floor while all the other dolls got to sleep in the bed.
A name would have just made it real.
That's right. Never name it if you want to. No. If it's not important, don't give it a name. Yeah. But I had lots of birthday parties growing up, and some of them ended up being like big sleepovers.
Oh, do you remember
like 8,
sleepovers?
9 girls sleeping downstairs, or not sleeping downstairs. That was when I was a little older, though. I think like maybe early high school, grade 8, grade 9.
Do you remember a specific one?
I remember one that I had like 9 girls sleep over.
Ooh.
And it was just mayhem. Like I do feel really bad for my mom at that point. Because
she didn't
we
sleep?
didn't shut up. It was like 3:00 in the morning, and she just, slugged her weary ass downstairs. You guys have got to stop making noise. That is not my strong suit, really, is to stop making noise. But there was one birthday, though, that did not go as planned.
Which one? Why?
Oh my God, I was in the 6th grade.
Okay.
And someone gave me a diary for my birthday, which is a lovely gift for a 6th grade girl with emotions. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret, kind of things going on. And I was really pissed that birthday because I have a little brother.
Say no more.
Yeah, and he was like that tag-along kid that had to come to my 6th grade birthday party. He's 3 years younger than I am. So if I was 6th grade, that's what, like 11, 12-ish?
Yep.
So he would have been like 8, 9, and just annoying as heck, right?
Yeah.
And he just wouldn't stop pestering and just trying to insert himself into everything. And like, come on, man, that's my role. Get out of my role.
I had one of those.
Yeah. So, but my mom insisted that he be part of the birthday party. I'm like, give him a friend. Have a friend come over and play with him upstairs or something. But she insisted that he be part of all the festivities.
Oh, no.
So in this diary, my mother is going to hate my guts for bringing this up, but it's history.
Right?
It's who I am.
Can't hide history.
It shaped me as a person.
Right.
So I wrote in my diary, my mom is being such a bitch today. And of course, first entry in the new diary.
That's such a Gen X first entry.
Isn't it?
Even if she had given it to you, you're like, what a bitch.
You were mad, though. Such a bitch today. So,
It's your secret spot to write stuff.
Yeah, yes. That's right. That's the whole point of a diary.
That's
I should be able to put whatever I want in there.
Yeah.
Dear diary. And so I closed it up, but I didn't lock it. And I set it behind the bar because, what Gen X kid didn't have a bar in their basement at the time, right?
Yeah.
And ours was made of barn board. So today it would probably be worth a lot, but it just kind of looked like shabby chic back then. We had a little fridge back there and everything. Anyway, so the diary went behind the bar. Next thing I know, my little brother opens up this diary. No. And he read it, and he took it upstairs and showed my mother.
He is the worst
human. He is the devil.
I don't like him.
The worst human being in the world. And my mom, instead of saying, you know what, that's her private thoughts. That's the place where she can vent. My mom sent everybody home for my birthday party, and I got grounded. Holy crap. I know, right? I'm hoping it's a regret of hers.
I hope so too.
Not well handled on her part. All is forgiven. Many years have gone by. 30 years has gone by, and I'm
still carrying it with you.
Hi, Mike. Hello, Millennial Mike. You should see the look on Mike's face as I'm telling this story.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. So I'm sure my mom, if she could do it all over again, would have probably just never given me the party to begin with. But no, I'm sure she probably regrets
not redirecting your brother.
Yes, not redirecting him. I should have been able to put anything in the world that I wanted in that diary.
I stand by that.
Thank you.
Because
she's going to be so mad I told this story.
Yeah, but also, you need to take some responsibility that you also didn't lock it. That's the whole key.
Yeah,
the key to the key.
Literally, the key to the whole event is.
Does your brother regret? Does he apologize later?
No. This is the kid who dug up my hamster 3 days after I buried it.
Out of curiosity?
Just to see what it looked like after it was dead. My hamster.
Wow.
Spink.
Spink.
His name was Spink. Oh. He was a little albino hamster.
Okay, there's so much there too.
White hamster with little red eyes. Spink.
Is that why he died?
No. He just died because...
Did you put that in your diary? I hope you locked it after
kidding
that.
Me? That was the only entry in that diary.
So wait, back up to the part where your mom sends everyone home.
Yeah.
What time of night was that?
No, it was during the day. It was a daytime birthday party. It was a weekend, This wasn't a sleeper party. This was just a grade 6.
I feel the ripple effects of every parent having to come get their kid just pissed off at every...
Yeah. And I was grounded.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. And
for how long?
The injustice. I was thinking, we should have a march or something.
Did you keep the diary? Were you grounded with the diary? Did you get to keep it?
I think I got grounded, and my mom kept the diary for a while.
She wrote in it, I bet.
Yes.
Oh, I'm a bitch.
Yes. Well, let me tell you.
Life lessons are
But
tough.
I remember it was black, and it was... it had a soft kind of cushiony front, and there was a picture of a tabby cat sleeping on it. This is burned into my brain, I'll tell you that. So that was the best birthday party I ever had. But actually, it does make the best story that I could tell. My mom is so mad right now. Oh, my God.
Oh.
I love you, Mom. I just didn't care for that episode.
She didn't care for being called a bitch.
No, she didn't. Well, then she should have kept my brother upstairs.
Right? Or she could have dealt with it the next day.
The next day.
Laurie, you did get a diary, but you haven't been very responsible with it, leaving it behind a bar unlocked. It was already part of the problem. I'm so many people need to unpack that whole story and apologize with you guys need family therapy.
The first of many times I left.
Have you ever trusted a diary again? This is where I would never write another thing.
I don't use a diary anymore.
I wouldn't either. Look what happened the first time.
I will write down kind of journal funny things that have happened, but never journal thoughts, real deep
all your deep secrets are right in your brain.
Yeah. I eat those now.
Oh no.
As we sit here surrounded by candy.
Candy's
not my jam. Really.
I feel so bad. That's such a...
Was it a downer? This is supposed to be a funny story.
No, it is funny. It's just I feel bad for everyone at the party having to go. How embarrassing for you? Because it must have been oh my God, my mom. How did you tell the kids?
I don't even remember. I blocked that out, I think.
It's trauma block.
It was trauma. Trauma time. Yeah. Wow. So I think with birthday parties, I was very select after that.
Right.
If my brother had to participate, then I just held it in.
Yeah.
Just held it in. I don't tell anybody anything.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fair.
Here we go. Are you charging me like $120 an hour to hear this story?
Absolutely.
Okay, this is why we have to do this, because anybody else who gets to hear this story has to get paid to hear it. So.
I mean,
so you guys get to hear it for free.
I can't think of my little brother's about the same age difference as yours, but I don't ever, probably because I've blocked stuff out, but I don't ever remember him being like that. But I remember him wanting to hang out with me and my friends, and I would get a little grumpy about that. But
well, mine was like the only little boy on the street.
Oh.
And so he was always hanging out with us because there was no other little kid for him to play with.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't into micro machines or shit like that. Like I was not playing Hot Wheels, right? So he got to kind of be our henchman. I don't know. You know, you can play with us if you do A, B, and C.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had an accident once. An
unfortunate
incident where I had him go get a dollhouse, and he tripped up the stairs with this dollhouse and fell face first into the dollhouse and sliced his forehead between his eyes and had to go to emergency and get stitches.
Was this before or after the diary incident?
Before.
Oh.
This could be the reason that the diary incident happened. I'm not sure. It could have been payback.
So what happened to him?
He had to go to the hospital and get stitches. Like, faces bleed big time.
Oh,
so there's some vein or artery or something in your face, and he cut it, and it just spurted blood everywhere. Yeah. It was crazy.
Dollhouse massacre.
But it was a dollhouse massacre. It sure was.
Was this also at a birthday party of
No,
yours?
this was just a regular day.
Just a Saturday.
Yeah, we were playing with toys out front.
Wow.
Mike has his hand up. Mike wants to ask a question.
I have a question. What age did you guys have your first boy-girl party?
I still haven't had one of those. I didn't ever have birthday parties with boys. Well, that's not true. My brother was there, and eventually Gary, who was the cousin of my next door neighbor, would come every once in a while because he would play with us. But that was it. Like, that was maybe grade 5.
Do you mean like
a
mixer?
spin the bottle type of party?
Oh, at our house, or did we go to one?
I was thinking of you hosting.
Oh, no,
I would never host one, but
Really?
I went to all of them, hoping I'd get to spin a bottle.
Angela and her hormones are going to be at this party tonight.
They were on fire. I
Well, at least it
remember
was just
going
her
to
hormones
lots
on
of them.
fire.
Yeah. Well, that's another story.
Yeah. No, I didn't spin any bottles.
Oh.
No.
What about 7 Minutes in Heaven? Was there other party games that...
7 Minutes in Heaven? What are you talking about?
Oh, is this a millennial thing? You know about 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Of course I do.
Are we talking about the same thing like in the Teen Wolf movie where they put the two of them in the closet and let it... Okay.
Yeah,
no,
I definitely have
that.
a memory of being in... It wasn't a closet necessarily, but this guy really liked my cousin, and unfortunately, like, I think the bottle spun to me. I was so excited because I was like, I just wanted something, and he was not happy. He was like, does your cousin like me? And I was like, oh my god, like, can I get something out of this? Nothing. Like, I was always let down. But yeah, I've been to those. Those happened. Not at my house though.
Okay.
No, just that was like a grade 7, 8 thing. Like, someone's parents weren't home. That wouldn't even be a party. That would just be like, hey, my parents are home for like an hour. Let's go spin some bottles.
Wow. Yikes. You just rode those hormones into town, didn't you? Wow.
I got bottles all over the place.
I mean, I did kiss the neighbor, Chris, in the garage. Maybe that'll be like a running theme of the podcast.
Yeah.
Me referring back to that kiss to Chris in the garage.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good. He wasn't very good at it.
How did that all come about?
Well, he was like 2 years older than me, and I was, I don't know, just wanted to kiss the boy in the garage, I guess, so.
Was it your garage or his?
It was my garage, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't very good. He wasn't good at it.
I mean,
he was maybe in the 6th grade.
What did he have to work with,
I don't
right?
know.
Like grade
I
6? I mean, I had the Hoff was my first kiss,
right?
as we talked about before.
We can't really compare the Hoff.
I think that's possibly why I didn't
Chris
get more
down the street.
kisses, because people knew.
Right.
They'd just be like,
Just
she
wanted
won't
that
like it.
contact.
Yeah.
Like that 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon. Like if they kissed you, they would like almost touch your forehead. the forehead that was kissed by the Hoff.
Right.
So they were somehow blessed by the Hoff.
Man,
just
I should have worked that a little harder. That's the way you're saying it. Huh. I'm gonna go check my diaries. I did keep a lot of diaries. We should read some of those one day. I was allowed to. Yeah.
I mean, I did keep things from when really ridiculous things would happen to myself and my friends. We had a communal notebook that we would write things down in.
I love
that. I do have that somewhere. Yeah,
that would be amazing to read.
It was called. That was the name of the notebook.
I need you to stop talking. I need you to stop talking. Is that so? If ever your mom found it or your brother found it, they could not open that.
No.
They were like, "This will be bad if I open it."
It wasn't me. Someone else named it based on a story that happened. And so we thought this was just a really funny quote that came from one of our collective stories.
Can we get that person on?
I doubt it.
Wow.
I'm going to see if I can find that book, though.
Yeah, please.
Tell you some stories, because these were like late high school, early college day stories. And we were just idiots.
Clearly.
We were idiots.
From the title.
Yes.
That would be so amazing.
Yeah.
To read. I need to know more about that.
Little etchings of, hand drawings of little events, too, that we did. It was just...
It's the cutest.
We did a lot of stupid things.
Yeah.
And had a lot of stupid experiences. And so the title, man, I'll tell you, I don't know.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. It was my friend Amanda who was telling a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get Amanda in here quick.
She was telling it, and that's a line she used in her story. So, of course, that's what she decided the title of the book had to be.
Wow. Someone has that book, though, right?
I think I may have that somewhere.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'll have to do a dig into my basement.
First.
No.
Is that what it was called? Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
I'd hate someone to misinterpret what I said about it.
It wasn't me who said it. It was her.
You don't have to share everything, but I'm thankful that got shared.
I don't think we can air this episode.
I'm airing it right now. This happens now. Well, on that note, Laurie, we're gonna wrap it up. Send you home to find this book. I wish this was video.
We're in so much trouble right now. Between my mom, oh my God, I'm gonna be I don't know. I'm going to be burned at the stake or something for this episode.
We don't care.
No, we don't care. I'll survive that too.
Right?
I survived a lot of things back then, including being ostracized in my own damn house because of my diary. It's fine. Sending my friends home, and it was just my brother was the hero of the day because, man, did he ever... He found that nugget of information. Thank God he did, that little dangerous. CSI.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Screw him. What's his name?
His name is Mike.
Yeah. Screw you, Mike. Do better.
Do better, Mike.
Who sponsored today's episode, Laurie?
I don't know who is going to sponsor today's episode. I think maybe today's episode should be sponsored by, what about Tom Selleck's mustache?
Oh.
Yeah, the memories of Tom Selleck's mustache.
Memories of that mustache.
Yeah, that little soup strainer. I like that. He's the only guy who I think can pull off a mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are not Tom Selleck, do not have a mustache. Exactly. Unless, of course, there's a beard attached to it. If you have a beard with no mustache, either you're a leprechaun or I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, I've seen that before, and I don't care for it, really.
Okay.
But today's episode has been brought to you by the memories of Tom Selleck's mustache. Yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Tom. And your Hawaiian shirts, I like those.
Maybe the next episode for his shirts.
Maybe. Get a little into Tom. I mean, we did drool over the Hoff.
That's
true. At least I did.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, that's another episode. I'll just have to go find a bottle to spin somewhere, even if it's just by myself.
I'm going to grab my diary and write in it right now. And leave it
unlocked. Did you send it to my mom?
I will.
Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to Generation X.
Rated.
Generation X rated. What are we even called? I don't know. Generation X rated. The Survivor
Stories.
And we'll see you next time. Smell you later.
Smell you later.
If you or anyone you know is a Gen X survivor, you may be entitled to compensation.
Not from us, but probably from somewhere. If you would like to connect with us, find us on Facebook at GenX Rated or Instagram at Gen_X_rated and by email at genxratedsocials@gmail.com.